Hi, everyone. This is Alease Michelle, your personal branding coach, your social media expert, and I'm here tonight with Alex B. Jones.
Hey everybody, I'm Alex B. Jones, beauty industry expert and business performance coach.
Awesome. So, tonight we are going to talk about how to get clients for your business. All right. So, we're going to be sharing some tips, some strategies, some advice about what we've done to get clients in our business. And hopefully, that you will come on and share with us any questions that you have or advice that you have about getting clients tonight. All right.
Yep. All righty.
All right. So, Alex, you want to start off with sharing some of the tips that you have found to work to get clients in your industry?
Well, I wanted to first kind of start off with this is obviously the question that every business owner, entrepreneur, every wannabe business owner or entrepreneur, this is the one question that everyone continues to ask over and over and over again. And I find it interesting that people ask this question so often when it is, it's really, if you ask them if they are marketing themselves, or if you ask them what are they actually doing to get more customers and clients, what you actually find is they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything. It's almost as if they just want to concentrate on doing whatever it is they do. um, Hairstylists, lawyers, doctors, whomever. It's almost as I just want to concentrate on doing what I do and hope that clients and customers just kind of fall through the door. And it just doesn't work that way. you know
You're right.
um, and so it's really interesting that obviously if you don't have any customers or clients, you don't have a business. But if you ask people, if what are you doing to market yourself, market your business, you find out that people are absolutely really doing nothing and leaving it to chance. And I find that to be absolutely amazing. What do you think?
I do. I think, everyone goes in thinking that I'm just going to pass out a couple business cards and, or they're going to build this wonderful website and people are just going to come, like build it and they're coming. And that doesn't happen that way. Um, there is some strategic ways that you need to think about how to get clients in your business. And so that's exactly what I want to talk about tonight. And give people some strategies that they can implement immediately in their business. And then within about 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes into our talk, we'll open up the seats for anybody else who wants to join in. Is that cool?
Awesome. So, anytime you want to be able to get more customers and clients, I honestly feel that it starts with the current customers and clients that you already have. It actually starts with them. How are you treating them? Are you getting more referrals from those clients? Are they coming back often? Are they spending uh, good money with you? However often, every week, every month, or however often they come, are they really in love with you and the service that you provide in your business? And I actually believe that in order to get new customers and new clients, it actually starts with how you're treating your current customers and your current clients. Because trust me, if they're not telling their friends, if they're not referring people to you, then there's a problem. And I think you might want to start there.
Yeah, I think the referral program, having something in mind of how does other people share what you do is important. So you might not have like this fancy referral system all set up. You might not have a packet. I don't know where you are in your business, but having a way that once you do a service for somebody or offer them a product, how do you want them to refer you? Do you want them to say, hey, if you know somebody, give them my number, for them to call me. If you don't have a business card, then you're going to have to give some kind of information. Like they can find me on Facebook. So you should have at least a Facebook business page that people can look at what you offer or see what you do. So it's really important to have some kind of way or referral program, not a fancy one. I'm not saying to get all, this packaging and all this kind of all this stuff put together, but at least have a next step from somebody when they purchase something from you, right? And think about that.
Yeah. So, I think, well, first and foremost, one of the things that you have to do anytime it comes to getting more customers and clients, I think you first of all have to absolutely ask yourself, what service are you providing? Okay. What are you actually doing? What problem, issue, or challenge are you solving for people? And what's so special about your solution? What's so special about what you're doing? That's the essence of getting more customers and clients, because people out there in the marketplace, they have a problem. They have an issue. There's something that they're looking for, whether they need it or want it, they're looking for it. And first, the first off, if they don't even know you exist, they can't possibly do business with you. I mean, it's impossible. They can't do business with someone they don't know exists, right?
Right. So how do you recommend someone is found?
Well, again, I think first we have to kind of start with, who are you? What do you are and what do you do? And what's so special about what you do? It actually starts with you first. Okay. Once you kind of define, hey, what's so unique and special about what I do and the product and service that I offer. Now you can begin to say, okay, now who do I want to do this for? We call this our marketing message, right?
And if the people that you want to do this for is not everybody, you need to be really clear on who that person is. And it's okay to have a small audience that you do this for. I mean, that's where you start to specialize and stuff. So everybody is not your target market. Let's just get that out the way. Everybody's not your target market, and to be really focused on the people that you want to do business with, your ideal clients.
Yeah. See, power comes from focus. And you can't possibly try to attract, you've heard the old phrase, jack of all trades and master of none.
Yeah.
You can't possibly be everything to all people. It just doesn't work. So you have to first figure out, who am I trying to target? Who am I trying to reach? Who are those people who are best suited for what I do, what service I provide, or what product I offer? And that's what we really want to call our ideal customer and client. Client selection is very, very important, and you have to choose who you decide to do business with. That is absolutely important.
Yeah. So one tip that I want to share with people when they start their business or wherever you are in your business is that you need to, it's good business to allot for a marketing budget of some sort. It can be a small marketing budget. It can be a large marketing budget, but to allot for some type of marketing budget out there so that you can reach your target market. So Alex mentioned the referral program. We know that, and that can be done and implemented without any sort of cost or anything like that. But you need to put a couple of dollars aside to say, these are the dollars that I'm going to use to market my business to people. That could be through Facebook ads. That could be through, putting a post in your church bulletin. I mean, I don't know what that is, but allot a couple of dollars to marketing. And
right.
and when you actually know who your target market is, then you'll know that maybe the church bulletin is not where you want to put your advertising in, and that your customers are really on Facebook hanging out right now. So I need to be advertising there. So having a referral program, being clear about what you do better than anybody else, and having putting aside some money to actually market your business is very important, and get clients to your business.
Yeah. And, you're absolutely right. It's important that you allot not only money, but also time and effort. Let that be a part of your budget. How much time are you going to spend per day, per week, actually sharing your message, your service, your products with people who could potentially use it? How often, how much effort are you going to put into doing that? Whether that effort is going to be online or offline. Those are things that you want to ask yourself questions. But even even more simply than that is, our cell phones. Guess
Hmm.
what? We have so many contacts in our cell phones. And I promise you, if you ask people how many people in your cell phone, your contact list are actually doing business with you, and probably, 8 times out of 10, the list is probably going to be pretty small. So, I always say, let's start where you are. Let's make sure we reach out to those people who you already have in your phone, people whose email addresses you already have, that you can reach out to those people and begin to reintroduce yourself to them and to reacclimate them to know exactly who you are and what you do. Because trust me, if you haven't talked to many of these people, 9 times out of 10, they've forgotten you, and they've forgotten exactly what it is that you do.
Yeah. So what would you say to somebody? You got this, you go through your
Ah,
phone, and I know you love this, right?
ah, oh,
You've got these people in your phone, or
uh-huh.
what do you say to them to get them to either bite at what you're offering?
Well, I think first of all, we have to keep in mind, whenever you want to be able, reaching out to people, whether it be people that you know, don't know, or people that you haven't talked to in a while, that's a little stressful. And, sometimes we can be a little unsure about how to actually go about doing that. So the first thing that I absolutely recommend is taking time to write out exactly what you want to say. Okay. Having the script is so important, and beginning to write out your script and reading it and committing it to memory. So now when you come in contact with people and you're meeting people for the first time, or people that that you've known for a while, you're not stumbling over your words. So one of the things that you can say, if it's somebody that you know but you haven't talked to in a while, you can give them a call, and you can just quite easily simply say, "Hey Tiffany, how you doing? This is Alex, blah 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 blah. I haven't talked to you in a while. I just want to reach out to you and see how things are going with you." A lot of times you don't want to start selling people. Heck, you just reached out to them. They haven't talked to you in months, if not years. Now is not the time to try to sell them. This is the time just to kind of just reintroduce yourself and say, "Hey, you were on my mind. I've been thinking about you. I just wanted to reach out to you and see how things are going." Okay. This is a great time to say, "Okay, let me do some little checking in. Let me ask some qualifying questions, just to kind of see where she is, because I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna connect with her at a later time." Okay, but right now, I just want to be able to say, "Hey Tina, how are you? How's everything going? How are things with your family? Hey, are you still in whatever line of business she's in?" She says, "Yeah, I am." Awesome, awesome. How are things going with that? Great, great. And so now that's the time just to kind of, congratulate her on whatever success she's having, and just for you to reiterate to her, "Hey, you know what? It is so good to hear from you. If there's anything that I can ever do to help you with your business, to help your business grow, if I can send clients your way, by the way, what type of are customers and clients are you looking for?" That's a great way to say, "You know what? I'm really concerned about your business and seeing your business grows," and that's what could really help to reignite and to reestablish that relationship.
Good. I think that kind of conversation and knowing what to say with somebody is very helpful on actually what you're going to say to a client. I think we all get stuck on time. What can I say? And I must say for myself, memorizing exactly what I'm going to say to somebody when it gets on the phone really helps me feel confident on what I'm going to say to the person. My fear is less. because I've practiced, I
Right,
practice looking in the mirror, saying what
right,
what I'm
right.
going to say. And one of the other things about actually writing it down and knowing what you're going to say, it makes me more consistent with
Yes.
what I'm going to say, and that I'm not all over the place and I'm not talking, gibberish all the time.
Yep.
So,
Consistency is the key. And so the whole idea is, making sure that in your mind, this is the time for you to reestablish a connection with somebody if you haven't talked to them in a while.
hmm
And after that, you want to know what exactly are you trying to do with the next step. Okay. So, like we said before, I just want to reconnect with you. You want to find out if she's in the same business or if she's in the same industry because maybe she's moved on
right,
and, you're not in a position to help her in her new role.
right,
So, you just want to be able to just kind of qualify her and to find out him or her, just find out where they are in their current business, congratulate them on where they're going, and then just trying to find out, you know, what type of clients are you looking for? How can I help you grow your business? And then
right.
you can, you might be able to just ask them one real simple question is, hey, if there's one thing that you can change about your business, what would that be?
hmm
Right. And so now we're beginning to just kind of, get maybe a little glimpse into what problems or challenges they're having. We don't want to solve them right now. All we want to do is just be able to kind of qualify the person, find out what their challenge is, see if we have a product or service that can help them, and then get off the phone, believe it or not.
Yeah. Sean says, which she a little shy, she don't want to join in with us, but she says, I love the idea of practicing in the mirror. It really helps. This would be a great for me to start recording myself and speaking in front of a camera. That is phenomenal. Recording yourself. I think I did that and I used to play around with it. And actually, once I record myself, like, ooh, I sound so Southern. But you know what? That's part of who I am. That's part of my brand. And I let it work for me when I started to speak and when I started to make phone calls. So getting clients really is about talking to them, getting them on the phone, meeting with them face to face so that you get to know who they are and actually start asking them, what are you struggling with? And finding, coming up with programs and books or products or workshops or services in your business that you are actually solving those problems for people. So we're not just trying to think of, oh, I would want to learn this. So I'm assuming that they will want to learn this too.
Uh-huh.
So getting on the phone and talking to someone is going to be the biggest bang for your buck when growing your business. And my clients know that. I told them, I teach them, I show them, how do you talk to a new potential client that you want to convert into a client, a paying client?
Right. And so, you really have to have kind of an overall strategy. Okay, for this group of people, if this is somebody who's already in my phone, if this is somebody that I have a relationship with, what strategies do I want to use? What information do I want to share with them to either get them to take action or to get information to share with them so they can share it with someone else so that person can take action. So I think we first want to start with contacts on our email list and our cell phone. And then next, we can expand the circle even larger and start looking at people that we come in contact with on a daily, weekly basis. We might belong to certain organizations. There may be a a dry cleaners or a favorite restaurant that you go to. And those are people who can sometimes, Alease likes to go to the Waffle House. I have
Don't tell people
another
my secret.
right. I have another little restaurant that I like going to as well. So people get to the place where they start knowing your name. So when you start building that kind of relationship, guess what? This is a time to find out, where they are purchasing or buying your products and services that you offer. That's a great time to ask them. If you can get them buying your products and services, you already have a relationship with them. You're already doing business with them. Why not have them do business with you?
So, when you are making those contacts, either through your phone or when you go network with people outside of your, your immediate circle. The one thing I like to share with my clients is have testimonies. Okay.
Hmm.
People are looking to see what you've done for other people. So
Absolutely.
anytime that you can gather testimonies from people that you work with, even if, again, I'm talking to people who might have just started, um, or, hey, Walter, I see that you,
Hey,
back
Walter.
with us. Okay. But I always tell my clients that you need to have testimonies from people who are either paid or non-paid people who are saying how great you've done. It's awesome if you can get them on video, but sometimes that might not be feasible to do. But help them out to um, to actually put in words what you actually do for them, and let that play out. Let them talk about all the wonderful things that you've done for them, because what you think that you've done for them is not the exact same thing that you're going to hear back from them, right? So I
Right.
love to watch the videos. I love to watch, um read the comments that my clients give me, because I'm like, I didn't even know that I was doing that for her.
Yeah.
So it really puts what you do in a different perspective when you're getting clients.
Yep. And so once we kind of know, we've kind of worked the people that we have a relationship with, we've kind of worked those angles a little bit, and we've kind of reintroduced ourselves, and we've shared with them again who we are, what we do, how what we do is different. We've shared with them our marketing message. So a lot of times we talk about what is it that you do. A little quick little blurb, a tagline I might share with someone is, I make women look and feel beautiful. And
Yeah, that.
so that's a nice little quick hook. And they go, wow, really? How do you do that? Oh, thank you for asking. I'm a hairstylist. I help professional women who want their own hair to be beautiful, healthy, and easy to maintain. And I provide a wonderful, relaxing environment that's timely and service that's timely and professional. So
Awesome.
I've given them all the buzzwords and all the things that they need to hear to make them say, huh, this might be somebody I might need to do business with.
Good. So I see that we have a couple of people who have joined us. I have opened up a seat. So join us if you want to share in on how to get clients for your business, or if you have a question for either Alex or I, we would love for you to come in and join with us. If not, Alex and I can continue to talk on and on. So feel free to join us if you like.
Yeah.
Walter or Sean. I know Sean just told me she was too shy and she didn't want to join in. I don't
And,
believe that.
and the thing about it is, I want us to continue to think about uh, our marketing message, the service or product that we provide. I want us to continue to think about it in the same, whether it be online or offline. See, these things, having these items and these things that you need this stuff, regardless of whether or not you're talking with somebody online or offline. Online is even more important because they don't have the extra added benefit of interacting with you in some form or some fashion. So you want to be able to talk about exactly what makes your service, your product unique and different, and how is your product or service going to solve whatever problem, issue, or challenge they have in the marketplace. And we really call that your marketing message. Once you know that, you want to begin to identify the people who are best to utilize the service or product that you sell, and you want to be able to share that message with them. And once you do that, now you're in a position, you're in a place where you can begin to build a relationship or have some dialogue. You want to be able to ask, qualifying questions. What's the problem? What's the biggest problem, issue, or challenge you have in your business? How would you like for your business to look 90 days, 6 months, a year from now? If money was no object, what would be the one thing that you would want to change or do differently? Do you have the funds or the things necessary to invest in your business to get the type of results that you want? And if you can get people to just kind of start imagining how their life would be better, or how uh, to see themselves in a different place, when they have the solutions that they need, that's when you start to move people and getting people to a place of just having a conversation with you, to actually wanting to do business with you, provided your service meets their needs.
Yeah, right. So those are really good points. And I'm just thinking, I'm doing like a little brain dump real quick. And I'm thinking about when I first started my coaching business, how did I get my first couple of clients, right? And so one of the biggest things, I am the person who hides behind the computer. I don't like to go out and network with people. That's just not something that I like to do. So I use technology to reach the masses. I had I had built up my email list from a previous blog that I used to write for, which was the School of Creative Business. And so I had about maybe 200, 300 people on my list. And so when I start to introduce this coaching branding as part of my coaching services, I sent out emails to my list. So email marketing is absolutely wonderful to reach people. And because I have been given so much good content along the way, they didn't feel like that I was just hitting them with a sales pitch right off the bat. And so in my email that I send out to people, that one time, I only sent it out one time, and my goal was to get like 3 clients. So I sent them an email saying, hey, I have some time open in my calendar. I am free to talk about your business. This is a free strategy session. So I wasn't asking for money right off the bat, because you remember what I just said and what Alex said. We need to get them on the phone. We need to talk to them. We need to hear what they might be going through. And you're right, Walter. Email marketing is awesome. So I sent them this email saying, look at my schedule and pick a day that works for you. And my goal was to get those people on the phone with me, and then that I would take the time to figure out what they're struggling with and give them some solutions, and then offer my coaching services to them. If they didn't bite, then guess what? I set up a follow-up call with them to see, how things were going in their business, and if I could help them later. So it worked. I talked to about 15 people, and I didn't reach my 3 client goal. I got 2 clients, which was better because I had none at the time. But I would say email marketing, putting some kind of system. If you don't have people on your list, start, getting a list, offering some kind of free offer to get people on your list, so that you can start building up, I would say not an invisible clientele base, but to at least have a list. I don't know if people's ever heard that money is in the list. So you need to have some kind of list to start with.
Yep. And secondly, we have to get very, very comfortable with selling. Selling is absolutely critical to the success of your business. And so I like to reframe the idea of selling and what selling is. I like to say that selling is nothing more than telling. It's nothing more than sharing. It's doing nothing more than sharing with people who you are, what you do, and how you might have something that might be of benefit or help to them. Again, selling, a lot of times people just think of it as about being a sleazy salesman kind of a guy. But the fact of the matter is, there's always transactions taking place. There are people who are buying, and there are people who are selling, and it's happening on both ends of the transaction. So you have to get very comfortable with telling people about who you are and what you do and how it's so great and so fabulous and how they must have it.
So let me answer this question. So what do you recommend for people to get better at selling? Because I sucked at it.
Well, you know what? I actually recommend that you begin to think about your daily interactions with people. Can be a proving ground for how comfortable you get with selling. If you're talking to your kids, guess what? You're trying to get kids to do something. That's a form of selling. You're trying to get your spouse to do something. Guess what? It's a form of selling. So it's having some idea or some impression of what influence you want to be able to have with someone for a desired ending or desired goal or outcome that you want to have happen. And that's all, all really selling is. But you always try to think of it not just from the benefit of what you do, but you think about it from the benefit of how can I help someone make their life better. It isn't about you just getting money. It's about actually providing value to them that really does solve a problem or challenge they're having, that it really makes their life better. And so how do you get comfortable with that? Role play with your family members. Role play with people that work with you in your company. Have people throw out little objections to you, so that way you get comfortable coming up with those things. And I actually had cue cards. So on one side of the cue card, it would say, here's what the person said to me. And then on the other side of the cue card, you say, here's the response that you have for that individual. Because let's be clear, people are being bombarded with marketing messages online and offline all day. I heard there was some like 5,000 or 5,000 marketing messages that people see in a day, which I thought was incredible.
I want to go ahead and say too, Walter makes a really good point about the best way to build your list is to start building relationships with your audience. And I think building relationships, I laugh at this and giggle and say, Walter, you are so right. Alex has been on me about connecting with key influencers out there that can help spread my message. And I think that's a way to also increase your clientele base, is connecting with people who you can cross promote with. And so bringing in influencers, connecting with people who are already connected to the people that you want to be with is an awesome way to build relationships, both with the influencers and also with your potential clients. So, thank you, Walter, for that reminder that, Alex has been on me about that all the time.
Yeah. And so, at the end of the day, I think many of us get caught up in the latest, shiniest gadget in terms of, oh man, we can build this tripwire, we can put this core offer over here, we can have these profit maximizers, we can have all these fancy email campaigns that we do. And, at the end of the day, it is about being able to put yourself and position yourself and your business in front of as many people as you possibly can who really could utilize and who are really best suited for the product and service that you sell. And it's talking and sharing it with them in a way that really that really sounds interesting, and it sounds compelling, and it gives them the feeling that, wow, this person can really solve the problem or challenge that I'm having.
All right. So Sean made a comment and she says, I love that, Alex. Providing value is definitely a way I get clients. Also, I have learned to just be myself. Some may say selling who I am. Basically, yeah, I get that. Many of my clients come to me because they like my inspirational posts or emails. They like who I am as a person and therefore trust me to help them tell their story. That is phenomenal, Sean. You are so right. And it's about putting your message out in front of as many people as possible. And social media has allowed us to do that. Social media has allowed us to build relationships without even meeting people face to face. So it is about getting your content marketing on, basically, to build up clients, right? Get your content marketing gears together, start posting things out there so people can start seeing you, and that you can start cutting through all of that noise that's already out there.
Yep. So this is absolutely fascinating, and it's, again, like Walter said, it is about building relationships, because people have to know you, like you, and trust you, but they have to also honestly feel that the service or product that you provide can really solve their problem. And or else they'll wind up spending money with someone else. I know and like a lot of people, but I still don't do business with them. Um, so, I
But you
like them.
got,
They're great
yeah, but you
people.
got good words for them, right?
I got great words for them, but I just don't, I don't do business with them.
Uh,
And so, and I trust them as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
And it doesn't say they aren't bad people. It's just that there's another place that, currently I rather, have my, business relationship in that area, for right now.
All right. So, Alex, before we leave, because we know we try to keep the show to 30 minutes, we at the 8:06 mark.
Yeah, we've
And
been getting it.
so, what would you, one advice, like one thing that you would say to somebody if you met them in the coffee shop right now and they say, look, man, I need some clients today. What is it that, and they need them fast, because that's the key word, fast. What one thing would you tell them to do and take action on?
Honestly, I tell them to get off their butt, pick up the phone, look in their cell phone, and look at the people that they already do business with. And I would say, hey, start there. Talk with those people, talk with those individuals, understand, ask why they do business with you. And that's what you begin to turn around and share with other people. But chances are, if people aren't getting the number of clients they want, it's really because they're not making the effort.
Awesome.
Make the
So,
effort.
make the effort. So, any call to action you want to give to the audience tonight?
Absolutely. If you would like more information on how you can build up your clientele or how you can actually increase value with the clients that you already have, which is, I have great strategies for doing that because you can actually put more money in your pocket and you actually have happier clients, and get more referrals when you take better care of the people that you already have. And I call it client value maximizing strategies. So if you'd like to learn more about that, you can obviously reach out to me at alex@alexbjones.com. Or you can connect with me on Facebook at Alex B. Jones Business Performance Coach.
Awesome. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight for Real Branding and Social Media Answers live with Alex and Alease. And we will see you next Tuesday at 7:30.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.
Good night. Thank
Take
you.
care.